to another video with me, Miss Cooney, and today we're going to be doing some maths. So let's get ready for maths with Miss Cooney. As always, we're going to start with our arithmetic questions. So pause the video once the questions come up on the screen in a minute, work them out, and then afterwards I'll pop the answers on the screen and we'll have a look at some of the methods. Here are our answers. Have a look and see if you made any mistakes. Let's go through some of them. So my first one is addition. So we're going to use column addition. So 0.24 plus 3.87. Now we've got decimal points in this question, so it's really important that we line them up correctly. So it's not 387, it's 3.87, okay? So these are our ones, our tenths, and our hundredths, okay? So it's important to remember that. But for this, we can just say the digits and not what they're worth to help us, okay? So 7 plus 4 is 11. Place our 1, carry our 10 over. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus another 1 is 11. Carry our 1 over. 3 plus 1 is 4. Placing our decimal point in exactly the same spot. Our answer is 4.11. Okay, so number 2, I've got a multiplication, so I'm going to do short multiplication. So 365 times 9. So 9 times 5 is 45. So I place my 5 there, carry my 4 over, okay? 9 times 6 is 54, plus our 4 is 58. Carry our 5 over. 9 times 3 is 27, plus another 5 is 32. So my answer is 3,285. Number 3 is another column addition. So 999 plus 259. So 9 plus 9 is 18. Place our 8, carry our 10 over. 90 plus 10 is 100, plus 50, 150, place our 50, carry our 100 over. 900 plus 100 is 1,000, plus 200 is 1,200. So 1,200. So my answer is 1,258. Number 4 then, we've got some division, and I'm going to do a short division here. So 529 divided by 7. Now, if we're struggling, let's write out our 7 times table. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. Okay, so that's just to remind us. So how many 7s go into 5? Well, none. So we put a 0 there, and we can't just forget about it, we carry it over. How many 7s go into 52? Well, we've got to count up. We know that it can go in 7 times. There we go. We put our 7. But did we land exactly on 52? No, we didn't. We landed on 49, so we've got to carry some over. We need to carry over 3. So now, how many 7s go into 39? 5. Okay. Did we land exactly on 35? No, we didn't. We put an R to show our remainder. Remainder 4. Number 5. So I want to add my fractions together. So 2/3 plus 7/12 is equal to what? Well, remember we want to make our denominators the same. Well, I know that 12 is in the 3 times table and the 12 times table, so I can make 12 my new denominator. Well, I haven't had to do anything to this one because it's already 12. So we can just carry that over. What did I times 3 by to get to 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. 4. So then I need to times my numerator by 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. So 8/12 plus 7/12. Well, we know that when we have the same denominator, that we just carry it over. So that's 12. So then 8 plus 7 is 15. So you can leave it at 15/12, or if you want to make 15/12 into a mixed number, it would be 1 and 3/12. I'll accept either answer. And our last question then. So we have 421 take away 351, column subtraction. 1 take away 1 is 0. 2 take away 5, or 20 take away 50 we can't do. We need to borrow from here. So our 400 becomes 300. And this is now 120 take away 50, which is 70. And then 300 take away 300 is 0. So our answer is 70. How did you get on? Did you make any mistakes? Go through them, pause the video and check where you went wrong. The first thing we're going to look at today is perimeter. Now perimeter has the word rim in it, and rim is all around the outside. So the perimeter is finding out all the way around the outside of our shape. It's adding up all of our lengths around the outside of our shape. If I know that perimeter is the outside of a shape, I can simply add them up really nice and easily. So if I have a square, I know that all of my sides are the same length. A square, they're all the same length. So even if only one is labelled, I can add them up really nice and easily. So that's 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. Then it equals 20. What must I remember to do when I'm looking at shape and adding to work out my perimeter? I must add my units in. So this one was centimetres. What about if I had a rectangle? So I know that, for example, I could say that this side is 3 centimetres and this side is 7 centimetres. Again, I know that with a rectangle, these two sides are the same and these two sides are the same. So if I'm working out the perimeter and I want all the way around, I need to add them all together, not just these two, all of them. So I would do 7 centimetres plus 3 centimetres plus another 7 centimetres plus 3 centimetres. Notice how I cross them off once I've done them so that I don't, by mistake, keep adding ones that I've already done. So what I already know as well is that 7 plus 3 is 10. So I know that I've got 2 lots of 10 there, so it equals 20. What must I remember to always add? My units. So the perimeter of this shape is 20 centimetres. I've got 6 questions for you, but instead of you having a go and then us going through the answers all together at the end, what I want us to do is do one question at a time. So pause the video when the question comes up, you have a go at it, and then the answer to that question will come up afterwards. So we'll go through one question at a time. There are 6 in total. Good luck. Let's have a look at question 1. So I've drawn out my shape and we know that each one of these is 4 meters, okay? Each of these lengths here. So I know that these are all 4 meters as well. So I'm going to label them all up. Now what I need to do is add these all together. So 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 times 8 is 32. What do we need to remember when we're doing it? Meters. So the perimeter of my first shape is 32 meters. Look at question 2. So it says that my length is 20 and my width is 4. Okay, so let's draw it out so that we can visually see it. So it says my length is 20 centimetres and my width is 4 centimetres. So remember, we want to do all the way around. So we're going to do 20 plus 20, those two sides, plus 4 plus 4. Okay, so let's add these all together. 20 plus 20 is 40. 4 plus 4 is 8. Add those together, 48. What do I need to remember to include? 48 centimetres. My perimeter of this shape is 48 centimetres. Again, I'm going to draw it out so you can see it. It says that my length is 16 and my width is 5. I'm going to add in my units. Now, again, I want all the way round. So I'm going to do 16 plus 16 plus 5 plus 5. And in total, that equals 42. What do I need to remember to do when I'm doing perimeter? Add my units. 42 centimetres. The perimeter of my whole shape is 42 centimetres. Question 3, I want to work out the perimeter of this shape. But one thing that I notice straight away is that I'm missing a length here. So I need to work out that length first, because perimeter is all the way around. Well, I could see that if I had this section here, it would be a full square. So we would know that each side is the same. So if this bit's 4, and I know that in total this whole length is 8 centimetres, what must this section be? 4 centimetres. So my missing length is 4 centimetres, because look, 4 plus 4 is 8 for that total section. So now I've got all my lengths, I simply need to add them together. 6 centimetres plus 4 centimetres plus 3 centimetres plus 4 centimetres plus 3 centimetres plus 8 centimetres. And in total, that comes to 28 centimetres. Remember to include your units. So the perimeter of my shape is 28 centimetres. And I've drawn out my shape, and to work out the perimeter I need all of the sides added together. And I can see that I'm missing a length here, so I need to work out that missing length. Well, again, if I pretended that this was a full rectangle, I know that in total this whole side would need to be 10 centimetres. So if I've already got 5, what do I have to add to 5 to get to 10? What's my missing side? 5. So my missing length is 5 centimetres. So now I can just add them all together. 60 centimetres plus 10 centimetres plus 30 centimetres plus 5 centimetres plus 30 centimetres plus 5 centimetres. And in total, that comes to 140 centimetres. Remember my units. Remember, you cross them off as you're going so you know you've got them all. So my perimeter is 140 centimetres. So I want to work out the perimeter of my shape here. Well, I know that each one of these smaller sections is 5. So that's 5. This is 5 here. And this is 5. Okay. I know then that this section is 15, my length of my scarf, 15. I've also got another small section here though. What did we say our small sections were? 5 centimetres. And then another long section here, 15 centimetres. And then another short section here, 5 centimetres. So now I need to add these all up to work out my perimeter. So again, cross them off as you're going. 15 plus 5 plus 5 plus 15 plus 15 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. And in total, that comes to 70 centimetres. Remember your units. So now that we've looked at perimeter, we're going to have a look at area. So perimeter was the outside of a shape, whereas our area is all of the section inside the shape, okay? The inside of our shape. So whereas perimeter we were adding, with area we're timesing to find out how much surface area our shape covers. So for example, if I had a square and it had 4 centimetres and I wanted to work out the area of the shape, I would need to do 4 times 4. Now I know it's 4 times 4 because the square, all my sides are the same size. So 4, 8, 12, 16. So 16 centimetres. When we're working out the area, we always do squared. That little 2 shows it's squared because we're looking at the inside. So in total, my area is 16 centimetres squared. Okay, let's have a look at this one. If I wanted to find out the area of this rectangle, I would need to do 10, which is my length, times 5, which is my width. So 10 times 5 is 50. What's my unit? Metres. And because we're doing area, squared. So my area is 50 metres squared. So to work out the area, remember I need to do my length times my width. So 9 times 3, which is 27. What do I need to include? My units. And then because it's area, squared. So 27 centimetres squared. Okay, question 2. Again, I want to find out the area, so I do my length times my width. So 11 times 7, which is 77. What do I need to remember to include? Centimetres, my unit. And because it's area, squared. 77 centimetres squared. Okay, so for question 3, I want to work out this one. Now, it's not a normal rectangle. I can't just do my width times my length, so I need to work it out a bit more. Well, I can split my shape, which is what they've done for us here. So I can have shape A and shape B. So I can work out the area of shape A and the area of shape B and add them together. So let's do that. So shape A is 8 times 5, and 8 times 5 is 40. What do I need to include? Centimetres, because it's area, squared. So that's shape A. And shape B, I'm going to do the same. Oh, well that's handy. We've got the same measurements. So 8 times 5 is 40. What do I need to include? Centimetres, squared. Then I just take my answers from both my shapes and add them together. So 40 plus 40 is 80. What do I need to include? 80 centimetres squared. So the area of my entire shape is 80 centimetres squared. Question 4, I want to work out this area. So again, my length times my width. So I'm going to do 30 centimetres times 20 centimetres, which is 600. Now what do I need to include? Centimetres, and then because it is area, squared. If 30 times 20 is a bit tricky, remember you can do 3 times 2 instead to begin with, okay? And then times your answer. So the rectangular playground has an area of 48 metres squared. So I've already got my area and I want to work out what my length is. First thing, I'm going to draw it out. So here is my playground and I know that my width is 6 metres and my area equals 48 metres. So what do I need to do? Well, I know the area is my width times my length. So 6 times what equals 48? Because I need to do 6 times something that equals 48. Well, 6 times 8 equals 48, so I know that my length is 8 metres. So 6 times 8 equals 48, so in total my area is 48 metres squared, my length is 8 metres, my width is 6 metres. Well done, that's it for another video. I hope you found that useful. Remember, pause, rewind, go over anything that you're still a little bit unsure about. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another lesson. Bye!